Hi there, Adrian Player here, mortgage broker. We focus on the investment property space, and I just wanted to bring up this article and talk about it with you. So it's a young couple trying to buy a property in the Sydney market. It's on the headline news in news.com.au at the moment, and there's a lot of commentary about it on the socials. And we're just going to talk through it, and then I'll give you my take on it and why I didn't do exactly what this lady did. All right, so we're dealing with a young couple, marketing manager, two-income family, no kids. Wanted to buy close to the city, but realised that they're priced out, and even before the rates, and then the rates went through the roof, and they had no hope. So what they did was they bought property inside of 2023. Okay, earlier this year, and it's gotten so bad now that the lady has to not only do her marketing job, but go onto a podcast called No Broke Chicks. That's the podcast name, not what I'm saying. And yeah, they're on it, saying that it's the worst financial decision that they've ever made. She's struggling at the moment, which we all kind of put our hands out, and we kind of from an emotional standpoint, you kind of understand the bind that they're in, and a lot of people reach out to them and understand what they're going through at the moment. But yeah, so that's essentially what's happened. So I'll scroll through quickly on the article so you can see it. So that's the Two Broke Chicks, the podcast that they went on. So if you go and search for it, you'll be able to see it. She did have a period of time where there was a 2 to 3 hour commute every day just to get into the office, and then she found out that that was unsustainable. And then yeah, she's pretty much said that it's the worst financial decision that she's ever made. And look, there's a lot of people in this kind of predicament at the moment. So there's the ones that have made the decision to buy, and they've either gotten in before everything went crazy in 2020, and they made a lot of equity increase, and hopefully put some margin on their mortgage. So those are the people that have done very well. But then you've got that portion of people that bought, especially in the Sydney and the Melbourne market, in that kind of 2022 and 2023 market, when rates went up 13 times, and this is the predicament that they're in at the moment. So a little bit about me, if anyone doesn't know my story. I own 9 investment properties. I rent vested for a large portion of my journey. I built a business. I left a salary that was probably maxing me out over a 10-year period of 70 to 80 to 85,000. My wife Maria was never on more than 60,000, and now she has the option to retire if she wants. I'm mid-30s, my wife's just over 30, and we could fully income replace ourselves by next year if we wanted to, inside of a 3.5 year buying window. Now obviously I have the knowledge base and experience, so I can go a lot quicker than others, but we've got plenty of other clients that are either on the same path that I'm on, or if they want to go a little bit slower, 5 or 7 year process to fully income replace themselves. And really you've got to look at society and what the baby boomers went through, and the price ranges, and that you could have a single household earning a certain wage. And if we want to use my father as an example, his mortgage was was 3 times his income, give or take. And obviously he worked extremely long hours. He was part of the middle management era during the telcos, which was then scrapped, which did impact him. But that property that they purchased in the low or high 200s and the low 300s is now worth 2.5 million at the moment. But the income for my father's prior job probably has 30 to 50 direct reports now, instead of the small team that he had. And the income has not gone up 7 times like the property price has gone up. So unless you have 2 people earning probably household income around 400, 450, 500,000 at a bare minimum, you couldn't be buying that property right now. So you really got to sit down and assess the order that society and your family and your friends and everyone that goes through uni tells you to do. So you've got a lot of people in a hard position at the moment that are trying to figure out what they're going to do if they bought in the last 2 years, but then the ones that haven't made mistakes, or the ones that are in a much better position. My strategy and what I've done, my wife and I are extremely comfortable. All of our properties, we're bought in the 3 to lower 400k range. We bought 2 units in the 150, 170k range, and they've all made a decent amount of money, and I could put granny flats on the back of everything and go and retire if I wanted to on the amount of equity and cash flow from it. So this is what we do. We've got a strategic partnership that with a buyer's agency that can roll out a strategy for you to go to income replacement. We have me in the finance industry, 15 plus years in the industry. I've personally done it myself. We can do cash flow modeling. We can show you if you buy this amount of property in this sequence, you will get this result. We've got a model that we can send you, and we do this every day. Probably 80% of our clients want to borrow a lot more property than normal. We use an accountant and trust to do that, and we've got a strategy. So if you have goals to buy a lot more property, or build a property portfolio empire, or income replace and go and do whatever you want after that, we do a lot of that in this space. And this strategy is very tax effective and very low stress due to the high yields on the rent and the uplift strategies that we use, things like bedroom conversions and 5 or 10 grand spruce ups to get equity increases and rental uplifts. And we also do a number of things with granny flats, and also we're doing different things regarding titling of blocks at the moment, which is getting 3 to 400k properties. We're getting upwards of 50, 70, 80, sometimes up to 100 grand in uplifts with the strategies that we're using. So we're not only buying in markets that have good price disparities from the markets around them, so you're getting it under rebuild costs, you're also getting the increases in equity and cash flow in the rent to enable a buying sequence, and you can just keep on going if you structure it right. Alright, so if you've got any questions, leave me a comment below, hit the like button, hit subscribe. We need to get these subscribers up, and I'll keep on trying to put a good amount of value in. But just remember, if you do what everyone else does, you will get the same results that everyone else gets. You have to break the mold. You have to do things differently in the order that society doesn't teach you to get outsized results. And that's what I've done with my family and what we do with a lot of our clients. All right, we'll see you on the next video. Have a great day. Bye.